Hi, I'm Sam with CNC and if you own a CNC Mach 1 and you're having some issues getting it started, I'm going to walk you through a couple troubleshooting steps you can take. So the first thing is make sure you have good power. So to check this, plug in the machine and see if the magnet turns on. If the magnet doesn't turn on, pretty much the only thing that would cause that is if you have bad power. It runs directly from the power supply and doesn't interact with the computer at all. Press the button on the bottom of the machine. If the lights turn on, that means the machine is up and running and the actual motion controller is running as well. So if you're still having a hard time disconnecting and the lights are on, I would turn your Wi-Fi on the tablet off and on again and try reconnecting again. Once you're in the machine, if you see the warning module disconnected, a good step to correct this is either wait probably 30-40 seconds and it should reconnect, or if it's still not connecting, you can slide it out a little bit, plug it back in, and it should reinitialize. If you're doing plasma cutting and you're having a hard time getting the arc to start, go check the little screen on the front of your plasma cutter. Sometimes you'll have a warning like the consumable wasn't installed correctly, or maybe your ground clamp is missing or your air pressure is low. Another thing to check is if your cord going from the plasma module to the plasma cutter is installed correctly. If it's plugged in off a little bit, you might not be getting a good connection and the plasma cutter isn't getting the signal to turn on. Another issue you might have with plasma is with ohmic probing. The machine will lower down and touch off automatically once the torch tip makes contact with the material. A good check to do is use the probe test, which is a feature on the UI itself. This will see if you're getting a good connection with the ohmic probe. Sometimes if you have really rusty material or your magnet isn't making good connection, you're not going to get a complete circuit and it's not going to be able to detect if the torch has touched the material. If you're using the oxy-fuel attachment and you're getting torch popping, that might be a sign that the seat on your torch might be scratched. You can take some high grit sandpaper, 1000, 2000 grit, and just rub that with your thumb on it a couple times and that'll smooth out those burrs and get you a good cut again. Another check to do is to see if your lines are good. If you have brand new oxy-fuel lines, they're going to come with air in them and not oxygen or the fuel. Just turn your valves on and let it run for like 30-40 seconds. That should purge all the air out of your lines and you'll get a good flame. If you have any other issues with your CNC machine, feel free to call us at any time and we'll help you walk through the steps. If it's not something we can fix remotely, we'll have your machine shipped back to us, we'll fix it, or if you're close by, we can drive out that and get your machine fixed up and ready to work again.